Oh, what's up, everyone? Everyone watching later. Just love it. All right. I think I'm pretty much set up. Hopefully, sound is okay. Hope everybody's having an awesome Wednesday, though. Fix my chat here and make sure I can see everybody. All messages. Okay. All right, so Mara Jade's just about done here. All we're going to work on today is her face, and I may add some very light highlights on her hair. Just after looking at it overnight, I think I could actually add a little, believe it or not, a little bit more depth to the hair um, by adding some highlights here and there. I'll know more about that and what I'm looking for when I get her face done, and uh, that'll kind of tell me a little bit more about the overall portrait. So, how's everybody doing today? If you're watching this later, um, please feel free to hit the like button before you bounce out today, and I appreciate you stopping by the channel. We are going to paint a portrait today. This is Mara Jade by Abe 3D. You can see I've already got most of her done. Um, Concentrate on the base for a second here. The base is really cool. For anybody watching later, lights, base lights up. So we got this nice lava effect here. I have to turn my shop lights off so you can see it better. Um, there we go. Kind of need those off anyways. Um, so got a nice glowing lava under her feet, and then of course the lightsaber lights up. I I I need to learn more about electronics, but ultimately I want to do something like this where when you turn the lightsaber on, there's a soundboard that plays kind of an infinite loop of a lightsaber humming. Um, but I also would want to be able to toggle that off because you don't want to always hear that humming, you know. Have it go, I don't know, maybe have it go for a couple of seconds and then it fades out. But anyhow, pretty cool. It's looking fun. Turn this off. We don't need it on right now. In fact, I'm going to just disconnect this for the moment. Keep it out of the way for the day. And we're going to take her head off. And go ahead and move this out of the way so we can get to work on this portrait. Just need to find a stable place to put it. There we go. That'll work. Now I'm going to get as close up as I can so you guys can watch this process. I'm mostly going to be using the parts of the Fairy Flesh set by Vallejo today, and a little bit of Citadel paint. It's still good and damp. If you don't have one of these already, this is a wet palette. It's got a sponge down here on the bottom with some water on it to help keep it damp. And then you take this parchment paper, place that on there, and it really, really, really helps stretch your paint out. It's also really helpful for mixing paint, especially if you're working on really fine detailed things, miniatures, stuff like that. This is most miniature painters know like a wet palette is kind of a must-have in the arsenal. And it's also looking like today. I'm not sure how good this set is for eyeballs, um, but I'm gonna check it out and see if we can paint eyeballs with a pen. Um, Army Painter put out this set not too long ago. It's a little hard to get right now. Um, I found this one on Amazon, and it took a few weeks to get it, but you know, hopefully it's worth the wait. We'll see. I'm just getting some water here out of my distilled water jug. All right. Okie doke. So yeah, probably going to be trying these paints out today. These markers um, that the army painter put out. They're supposedly made for miniatures, and I've seen some mixed reviews and stuff for them online. But I got to thinking, like, oh, maybe they'll be really cool for doing parts of eyeballs or something like that. So we might try those out. Anyways, here's our portrait. And since I did the hair on yesterday's live stream, you can see that here separated. And like I said, I think it needs a little something. I feel like it just needs some nice light highlights, but I'll know better once I get the portrait put together. Not gonna need this yet. Grab our airbrush. So this particular model had very little skin to deal with, which was kind of nice. But I also like painting skin. It's real fun to practice different tones and colors uh, that you can use to create the look of real skin. And we're going to definitely be going for as realistic looking a portrait as we can with this model. Um, so this is the airbrush I'm going to be using. This is my Evolution CR Plus with a 0.28 millimeter nozzle on it. I actually just completely overhauled this airbrush today, along with another airbrush, my Infinity CR Plus. They got all new washers on the nozzles and new gasket inside. So hopefully the old airbrushes are going to be feeling good today. So let's mix up our first color, and that's going to be our Pinkle, as Brent over at Ground Affected coined it. Violet Red is the color by Vallejo Model Color 70812. Rojo Violeta. What's up, Grumpy? Good old Jerry's in the house. What's up, my dude? Skin tones, my dude. Doing some skin tones. When I'm done with the color, I'm gonna just kind of set it up here so you guys can see what layer I'm going with and the order that I'm doing these paints in. I feel like this needs a little more thinner. Yeah, it's still dripping a little too heavy. How's your day going, Jerry? What's going down, my buddy? Oh, did we lose Jerry? Nice. Well, thanks for being here, my friend. I appreciate you. I don't know if you heard, I completely overhauled two of my brushes, my airbrushes today. New washers, new gaskets. Pretty happy about that. All right. So we're sitting on 18 psi and just gonna start airbrushing our first layer of pinkle. Jen's in the house. What's up, girl? So yeah, overhauled two of my airbrushes today. Yeah, all new. Fucking expensive for the set. Little Teflon gaskets. I bought the ones from Harder and Steenbeck, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised to find out I was getting ripped off. It's just like a standard Teflon gasket, doesn't fucking matter and all that. I can't complain really either. I could, but nobody wants to fucking hear it. I just might. I might complain about something. I'll have to think about it first, though. Broke as in bones, not wanting to move. Uh, yeah, my bones don't really like moving either these days. I feel that. I will say that after a really deep cleaning on my airbrush, she is spraying nicely. Very smooth. Felt kind of bad. Like, I got in here with this one and man, it was fucking gunky. It's like, no wonder why my airbrushes have been so finicky. This one, the 0.28 millimeter needle and nozzle I have too, has a slight bend in it. So I'm gonna be replacing that pretty soon. But that's a $60 replacement, so I'm taking my time with that shit. Well, to be fair too, it's been over a year since I replaced any of the gaskets or, did a really deep cleaning. So it was time. Okay. It's crazy. I can actually hear the little bend in this needle. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but yeah, I don't even have to tell you guys about all my ailments. You hear enough of that shit. Oh man. There it is. Surprisingly, my knees aren't too fucked considering all the skateboarding I've done on its own. My left knee, I have no ACL or MCL, and that wasn't that was not from skateboarding. That was actually from walking up a curb to go clean a pool. Of all the stupid shit I've done on a skateboard, stupid and crazy shit that I should have broke a bone on, I go and trip on a fucking curb. Like, fucking stupid. No cool story. Okay. All right, next color. Go put this paint away. It's always the simple, stupid shit. Why can't I pull this fucking thing off? I gotta order some more of this paint. Almost out of my pinkle. Okay, what's next? natural flesh. Getting low on this one too. So in the chat today, I want to hear what your guys' formulas are for skin. What's your favorite typical skin formula that you like to paint with? And why? Today, my palette so far is going to be our Pinkle, and then I'm going with Natural Flesh from, this one's from the Fairy Flesh set, and then I'm going to be using actual Fairy Flesh, and then we're going to be doing a yellow, red, and blue wash with a little spritz of alcohol to make some veins. We're going to go for a very realistic skin tone with this model. A big old glob of shitty paint there. Glad I found that. And then I'm going to do a highlight layer using the highlight skin tone 74008, followed by a shadow with the Reichland Flesh Shade. And that's what I say I'm going to do right now. It may change as we go along, depending on how I feel it looks. We'll see what happens. She's a redhead, so I want her skin to be somewhat pale, but with some like deeper reddish undertones. But it'll play out as I go along, like it always does. All right, so I'm gonna get into the chat and see what we're at, where we're at. Base, wash, highlight, tweak. Well, that's too simple. I want to know what your formula is. Like, what paints do you use? Like, what's your favorite paint that you use? And what layers do you build up with? We all paint differently. We all have our favorite ways to do things. I'm just curious to hear what you guys like. Part of my job with this fucking YouTube channel is to interact and teach and learn and find out what works for you guys, what works for me, and what we all like to do. We're sharing our hobby here. So I'm engaging. I'm engaging today. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? Okay, so here's our natural flesh tone layer going on now. Now, one thing I want to look at as well is light source. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her head back on. I just want to get it good and locked into my head as to where my light source is coming from. Like this. No, I like straight up and down. Let's do that. You don't do the RYB like everyone else does? I mean, you don't have to do it, obviously. There's other ways to do it, but typically it really is one of the best ways to get a realistic skin tone down. All right. Oh, that feels buttery. Oh, my infinity is back. Jerry just wings it, okay? Leave all the fleshy planets from Green Stuff World via planet. Okay, very cool. I can't wait till you see your whole paint bench and everything set up, man. Seeing you paint. Yeah, I know you like to hand paint things, Jen. I'm glad you specified that. I'm good at hand painting details, but I prefer to airbrush my skin tones. It's definitely a matter of preference, that's for sure. I think she's going to wind up with some freckles too. Little chunk must have escaped in that paint. Gotta remember to replace this bottle. That bottle's like 2 years old anyways. Actually, I think I might have already bought a replacement bottle. I just haven't gotten it out yet. Yeah, like really mild freckles though. I don't want nothing crazy. They will be airbrushed freckles. No toothbrush or anything like that being used. No teeth brushes will be harmed in the making of said freckles. However, I'll say this, I am not concluding this live stream until this model is complete tonight. Even if I have to plug in my phone, she's going to be done. It shouldn't be too long anyways. All right, fairy flesh. This one just adds kind of a I don't I don't know a better way to put it, but it gives the model the ginger tone. It's the ginger skin tone. And it's going to kind of go all around. Just a kind of a mild dusting of it. Oh, Jerry, you got to get it all organized and looking pretty and ready for YouTube. can't have a you can't have everything in disarray. I ultimately want a better system. So one thing I'm thinking about doing up here, so I want all of this, I want that whole pegboard moved down. So I'm gonna take off the paper towel thing and put it somewhere else. And then I'm gonna add more pegboard along the wall right here. And then have paints starting down there and going up. You know, does that make sense? And I think that will make my workbench a little more cohesive and easier to reach, because every time I got to get up here, I got to stand up and whatever. I want my paints being closer. Like the Citadel paints I have behind that that black drop. They're in the perfect spot. I wish more of my paints were there, like they used to be. So that's going to be like one of my next upgrades. And they make pegboard that should fit like just in that section. Yeah, I don't know. Slowly but surely, this monster that I've created is coming together. See how our paint's looking in here. I'm scared. Well, hopefully what won't be visible in the camera? The paint? Oh, where'd that thing go? There it is. Where is my airbrush needle? There it is. Yeah, I do that anyways, but sometimes you're like, "Ooh, you know what this needs?" And then you got to stand up and go find the paint. I like to have like my most used paints kind of like in a certain place close at hand. And that's an ever rotating door of fuckery, as far as like which paints I'm going to use regularly. Come on. Excuse me. Excuse the fuck out of me. So this layer I'm going for a bit more transparency on the paint. So I want it pretty damn thin. And then she's going to get a clear coat. You know what I want, Jerry? I want one of those big, like 48-inch curved monitors. Those things are so dope. That's what I want for my office upstairs. You don't like them? I just want one for gaming. I guess I'd have to try it out to see if I really liked it first, though. I'm so used to having a flat screen TV, you know. What the hell's going on here? Okay, this paint is doing bad shit. Not cool. Two separate monitors. Okay. Huh. Duly noted. Okay, let's just do a couple drops at a time here. I think this airbrush is fucked up. Nope, not liking this. Yeah. My airbrush is doing some weird shit. And I'm Huh. All right, I gotta test something here. Nope. So see, I don't know if you can see that. It's pushing air backwards. Yep, that's a problem. Big problem. Well, I'm gonna have to break this airbrush down really quick and get it soaking. Knew something didn't feel right. Yeah, a little too much wiggle room in there. Why can't my airbrushes just be cheap and easy to take care of? I think I'm gonna just buy a new one. I've been looking at Galeri's. You know, for the price you pay for these harder-end Steambecks, they should be a little less problematic. But I'm not finding that lately. I feel the gasket width is perfect, but it's not sitting into the the gasket holder very well. Not happy with that. I may send it back to them. This is a fucking $400 airbrush. I've had more problems with this Infinity than any of my other airbrushes. I don't know if they just sent me a bad one or what. Dude, seriously, Jen, that's what I'm saying. Okay, wait a minute now. See these little stringers popping off? This one's backflowing too. Those gaskets are bad. That's what's going on. Okay. All right, all right, all right. I know what to do. Well, I'm not fucking replacing gaskets or anything right now, so I'm just gonna put this whole thing in the cleaner, except for this part. That doesn't need to be in there. Those gaskets I bought are bad. That's fucked up. I thought when I was installing them, they felt a little loose. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna trust the process here. Nope, no bueno. Those came from fucking Germany. Shit should have been solid. Jesus fucking Christ. Hmm. Fucking issues today. It's alright. I'll get through this shit. Well, it failed alright. You saw me pull that one out. It's seated properly. There's no reason why it should be. Um, However, it's too small. It's not sitting correctly around the needle. And I thought it felt weird when I was installing it too. I'm like, this should like push into that little gasket holder. Like, there should be some resistance, but there wasn't any. I'm gonna send them both of these fucking airbrushes and say, fix this shit. I don't know what you guys sent me, but you're fucking my shit up. Same with this paint, too. This paint's fucking doing weird shit. You've thrown your airbrushes before? Yeah, I'm about to. I'm fucking getting there. Like, it's already 3 o'clock. I wanted to have this done. Might be a it might be a dual live stream tonight if I keep fucking having issues like this. Oh my god, dude. Jen's over here like, this is why I don't fucking airbrush faces. I don't know what the hell's going on with that fairy flesh, but the universe is telling me to fuck it. Oh, I gotta dump out my studio trash. Jesus. Fuck. What a fucking pain. Here I was thinking like, oh, everything's gonna be ready to go. Get this face done. Call this model good. And then the universe is just like, the fuck you are. All right. I don't even expect anybody to hit the like button today. This is fucking retarded. Something needs to cooperate today. Not even putting that fucker together. Like, that's it. Oh, thanks, guys. You shouldn't have. Cool. Well, look at that. Look at her fucking forehead. How did that happen? I'm literally about ready to throw some shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, I can feel that. What in the fuck? What in the actual fuck is that even from? Dude, that's not cool. Let me guess, too. It's like right where her forehead's gonna show. I'll bet you. Oh, shit. Okay. Whew. I don't know what the fuck I did, Jen. I don't know. I cursed God. I didn't put my left foot out of the bed before I put my right foot out. I don't know. Dude. Dude. Well, fuck you, Mara. I am. There's definitely a disturbance in the force today. I'm feeling this. Not even fucking around with you. Ugh. Do what I say. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck just happened to cause this. I don't even want to think about it. What if she likes being slapped around? Or maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm not slapping her around enough. That could be. I had a chick break up with me once for that. Like, for not slapping her enough. I'm like, are you fucking for real? Like, well, yeah, I like it rough. I'm like, you want a dude to like curse you out and kick your ass and shit. Like, you guys want to go to jail together. You're fucking crazy. She's like, well, I don't want to see you anymore. I'm like, that's good. Yeah, fucking daddy issues or something. I don't know. And that was like, I swear to, I think I was fucking like 25 years old. Like, for a chick to be that fucking messed up at that age, like, whoa, dude. Those are some fucking issues. I knew I didn't need that shit in my life even then. Need a fucking beer. All right, that's clear at least. So, one thing I'm noticing with some of my paints, like the paints I'm using from this Fairy Flesh set are like 2 years old. And in the past couple of years painting, I've noticed that like fresher paints work better out of the bottle. Back in the day, you could bring a paint back to life, and maybe I can still, but I feel like some of my paints are literally expiring, and they're just not fucking mixing correctly now. Even adding flow improver and stuff like that to the bottle with an agitator. No, I'm not drinking this week. I'm taking a break. It's not helping me get better or anything like that. The goal is the plan is that I'm going back to work in October. So I'm trying, aside from my stupid smoking habit, I'm trying to. Yeah, of course they want them to go bad, so you have to buy more. That makes sense. I'm feeling like some of my flesh tone paints are starting to go bad, and I think that's what happened with this fairy flesh that I have.
Just tell me how this ends. I'm forgiven, I'm forgotten, I'm forsaken. I'm forever on trial, still seated at the table. Visited in jail, just another cautionary tale. No one's surprised. I gotta all the time I spent posing, pretending, posturing. Learned another language, more songs. Could have saved my marriage. Jade, please.
Bean! What's up, dude? You missed the shitstorm that my stream has been today. Paint not wanting to work, airbrushes not wanting to work even after complete overhauls. All kinds of fun shit. How you been, Bean? How are you, my friend? Hope you and the family are doing well. Yeah, today's session has not been without its issues, unfortunately. I tried to overhaul two of my brushes today, my airbrushes, and put new gaskets in them the whole bit, and the gaskets failed. They're too small. They're letting paint back into my airbrush, so I'm down to one airbrush with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle on it, and I'm too PMSy right now to to deal with changing the needle on this one. So I'm just moving forward doing her airbrush parts with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. Zero fucks. And it's looking all right. I'm okay with it. She's looking good. It's okay. Need to seal her one more time. Oh, add add windows. Good times. So she's about to get her blue, red, and her yellow, red, and blue uh, bath. Yeah, this might be a two-part stream today. I can at least get the bass tones and everything down. Maybe get the freckles done, and then tonight come up and finish off the details. We'll see how it goes. All right. Motherfucker. Hmm. Sorry, guys. Sometimes you just got to start over. And that's where I was at. I could not get past that fucking blemish on her face. And I'm also like really frustrated with my airbrushes and everything right now. And it's already 3:45. Yeah, nothing's working the way I wanted it to today. Like nothing. So she's primered again. I'm gonna let her dry for a while. I'm gonna go recharge my brain and my phone and everything. Make my wife dinner and think about this. And I'm gonna come back down here in a couple hours and work on this again. Um, I'm very frustrated right now. I don't have a paint strainer, Jen. I don't. I'm the type that when I mean, and I think you guys know this about me by now. Like I'm the type. I'm just the type that like when something stops working the way I want it to. I either buy another one or I'll throw it against the fucking wall and try something else. I don't want to throw anything at the wall right now either. I really don't. And of course, the portrait is, it's like the most important part of the model. So it's got to be right. It's got to be done right, right? So yeah. Ugh. And shit's just like pissing me off right now. It's like at least this much of it's cooperated so far. Yeah, I know myself well enough to where it's like, dude, if I don't take a break and recharge my brain and like think about what it is I've done, like I'm gonna fuck some shit up. Oh yeah, Bean, I don't think you've seen this. Check, hold on a second. We'll do the big. So all we have left is for portrait. Of course, the number one most important part of the whole model is the portrait. You want to get that done right. So we've got the base lit up, which you've seen. It's looking pretty sweet. Show you that with the lights off there. I think, in fact, I think you were here for the official lighting of the base. All right, and now we've got this part done. So here, check this out. Looking pretty good. So yeah, lightsabers all lit up. It's quite bright too. Like, I'm really stoked about it. So yeah, fucking up her face, like I'm this close to the model being done. Everything else looks fantastic. The face has to look fantastic, and it is already fucking up. And so I had to get a good thick layer of primer on it. And looking at it now, I don't see that blemish on her skin. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna just turn the fan on full blast and let that layer of primer dry, so I can get down here tonight and get her face painted. My wife will be sad. Usually, once I'm in the house for the day, I'm in the house for the day. But I'm at least gonna make dinner. We'll have a nice dinner. I'll have some time to recharge my brain and calm down, so I can paint her fucking noggin. But yeah, what do you think? Lightsaber's pretty nice touch, I think. Like, looks dope. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it. I think it looks good. So in the meantime, I'm gonna break this airbrush down and get it soaked so that it is totally ready to go. Oh, you know what? Let's trade out needles. I'll put the .28 in this one. How do I want to do that? Um, where is... Okay. Oh, duh. Oh, right on, Jerry. Have a good night, man. Sorry about today, dude. I was hoping to be a little more entertaining for everybody. Get this fucking portrait done, but Apparently, the universe had other plans. But I'm going to come back in a little while tonight with a fresh start, hopefully, and be able to get some get this girl finished. Probably be dead, a dead live stream, but we'll try anyways. Jen stays up late. She'll probably come in. All right. So yeah, today was just weird. Like I I don't know, man. This is also entertaining. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. You know, I'm just not gonna. Yeah, no. Stick her head on some silly putty there. Why do you gotta be like that with me, Mara? So yeah, yeah, my live stream. Was that yesterday? No, 2 days ago. Live stream. We got the lightsaber wired up, up through her leg and down her arm, and painted the lightsaber in the hand, and ran the wires through, got it soldered up, and it worked. I got it on the first try, which was nice. I wish today would have gone like that, but alas, no such love. But yeah, I'll be anxious to get this girl done today. I hope. I hope. I'm not even gonna like promise myself that she's gonna be done today or anything like that. Now, I'm gonna come down here with. I'm just gonna come down here with the expectation of everything being cool and working right, hopefully. And if it doesn't, it fucking doesn't. Whatever. Then I'll go from there. That's the best I can do, right? I got my new phone case though, so I'm happy with that. There we go. Thank you, Amazon. Oh, they sent stickers. That's cute. I love this case. It's got a little slide for the camera lens and everything, and then it's got a little doodad that you can pull out to stand it up with. And then it's got the magnetic thing on the back too for charging and stuff. Pretty sweet case. It's only like 23 bucks, I think, compared to like an OtterBox for a fucking $100 for a stupid OtterBox. Yeah, it's a worthy case. It works really well. It like I can be sits up nicely like that with the little guy on the back. And I love that it's got the magnetic charger and the cap on the phone. Yeah, I mean for 23 USD, that's legit. That's a decent, well priced iPhone case. I like it. Oh, this. this fucking portrait today, man. And I think what I'm gonna do too, now that I'm thinking about it, when I go upstairs, I'm gonna start printing another one of her heads, just in case I do throw this thing across the garage. Like, I already know myself well enough to where if I come down here tonight and shit goes haywire again, I'll throw it at the ground and shatter it. So it would behoove me to have another head printed just in case. Should be able to get it done in the fuck if all I'm printing is the head, uh, 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes to print this. No, I'm not joking, dude. I'll throw it at the fucking ground. I'll shatter it. I've done it before. And there's only so many layers of paint you can put on a sculpt like this with this much detail to where you start losing the details. And if I feel like I'm losing detail, then I'll chuck it. You know, if I get unhappy with it, like if paint's not cooperating with me tonight, like not, yeah. My intention is to make this thing my bitch tonight, but we'll see. It's certainly not the most problems I've had with getting a portrait done. So there's that. Yeah, it feels good too. Like, when you get a piece that's just pissing you off and you know you have a spare. So yeah, I think the wise thing to do is going to be for me to go ahead and just print another one up for this afternoon, in case I fuck this thing up. Oh, I don't fucking understand what happened today. Oh, Gambit Neo just dropped something. How to paint 3D prints. Weapon X base. I think Gambit's doing Weapon X right now. It looks really cool. Oh, it's the lab base. So yeah, when you guys get a chance, go check out Gambit Neo's page. Drop him a like and a comment on his new video, and tell him I sent you. That'd be cool. Another shout out I'll give to Chad Caruso, um, riding a skateboard across the United States for Natural High, which is an organization that focuses on sobriety. And he started his journey in Venice Beach, California, and he is currently skateboarding through Texas. He's actually going through the Guadalupe mountain range today, so super gnarly push. Um, mostly uphill. He might be at the downhills now. I'm not sure, but check out his page if you get a chance. Chad Caruso, Caruso, and check out what this guy's doing. I mean, the dude is an absolute fucking animal. Um, I mean, literally getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and hitting the road by 4:30 a.m. and skateboarding all day long down rough roads, up hills on just a standard skateboard, and doing between 80 and 100 miles a day. I think a couple of days he's had a 75-mile day. But, pushing on a skateboard for that long, you're at the mercy of the hills and everything else that the road throws at you. And I mean, just what a fucking beast for what he's doing, man. I just want to give a big, big shout out to Chad. Um, over here at the 3D Painter, we absolutely support you, bro. I love what you're doing, and as soon as I finish up this live stream, I'll be back upstairs watching Chad push, and so yeah, go give him some love, and shout out to the rest of the painters and the printers and everybody else out there doing different hobbies. Hobby Link International, big shout out. Who else? Hobby Time Modelers. Hell, what the hell? Well, shout out to Brent over at Ground Affected, the Creative Collector, Sergeant Digital Designs. Big shout out to all you guys. Show those guys some love. Other than that, I'm gonna bounce off for a little while and go get some shit done around the house and get my mind off of this. And I'm gonna be back on probably close to about 7 p.m. California time. If you can tune in, awesome. If you can't, I totally understand. You can catch the stream when it's published. And other than that, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not already, hit the subscribe button. And those bell notifications definitely help let you know when I'm dropping new content or live streaming. So hit that as well. And now I'm done being a radio announcer. So everybody have a nice day. Happy 3D printing, happy painting, and I'll see you guys in a little while. Toodles.